Hello, everyone.
Take it away.
Welcome to another episode of the Rollers Guild D&D. Thank you so much for joining us.
hmm
We're excited to have you here. If you are excited, smash that like and subscribe button. You know the deal. We've been saying it for 3 years, and still, somehow, you're just not doing it. But those of you that did, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thanks for along for the journey as we're nearing the end of this. A couple of housekeeping notes. We will all be wearing, well, some of us will be wearing the same outfits because we're just so excited about what we're wearing, not because we're having a marathon session. If you are curious, as we're nearing the end of our heroic tale, if you have ideas as to what you are wanting us to do for next characters, please put it in the comments below, or just put an emoji for the sake of engagement. That's fun too. We'll respond. But anyway, Ben, are there any other housekeeping notes?
This is part six.
This is part six. This is part six of our story. There might be a seven. There might be an eight. Stay tuned. But without all that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into today's episode.
Last time, the party finished a battle with assassins sent by the Red Wizards to kill the president. And then after met up with Amos and the president to finalize the plan, which is to have the party wait at a fort in the path of Fearkindler's advance towards Waterdeep. The idea being that the party, since Fearkindler hates them uniquely, will draw his specific ire while the Sword Coast Federation's army meets the army of the Red Wizards in open pitched battle. Fearkindler is set to arrive in just a few days' time, but you all went back home to rest, recover from your wounds sustained in the battle against the president's assassins. The next day, however, Jinarra received a message from Freedom asking for everybody to come check in with her as she had some information. So, you all arrive in the cistern that the Dockside Daggers use as their headquarters. Freedom is by sort of a large table in the center of the room that has a map of Waterdeep sort of rolled out across it. And you see there's like little small figures and flags in different positions on the map. And there's a number of other members of the Dockside Daggers in this large, like, central chamber here. And Freedom seems to be finishing up giving some orders out. As you're walking in, you hear her say, I understand this is outside of our usual activities, but keep in mind, if there's no Waterdeep, there's no one to rob anymore. So prepare yourselves and get to work. Go. And they disperse, and she turns to welcome you all. She sort of nods. Thanks for coming on such short notice.
Thanks for calling. You said you had some information for us?
Yes, let's step into my office.
Sounds good.
She leads you all into the side room, which is her office, kind of cramped for all of you, but you make it work. So, I heard that the president was almost assassinated yesterday.
Yeah,
He sure was.
almost.
Almost. Hopefully he's a little bit more open to our help now that we've shown what we can do in front of him.
Well, fingers crossed. And hey, maybe after all of this is over, we can start looking into if he's doing anything shady on the side and see if we can take him down like the old days,
I wouldn't be opposed to that. It sounds like you're getting the Dockside Daggers to help us?
At least to help keep the city relatively safe during the fighting. I know you'll be trying to do most of the fighting outside of the city, but there's, of course, the possibility that some danger happens here. And if the army is going to be busy with the Red Wizards, well, then we can be busy here.
I would certainly feel better knowing that the citizens had some protection from you.
Well, reason I called you here, Jinarra, when you stopped by yesterday, and told me kind of about what was going on. I said I would do what I could to help out. So I put out some feelers to see if I could learn anything interesting. And I did, in fact, learn something interesting. So a while ago, do you guys remember when you saved me from that mansion?
Mhm.
There was a devil cult in the city and a demon cult, but I'm focused on the devil cult right now.
Which
Okay.
one was Alfonso?
Neither. I think he's just a.
Oh, he was just a guy. Whatever. I still have some of his underwear.
Okay. Well, is it comfortable?
Oh, I don't wear it. Ew.
Silly me. Well, I've been keeping tabs. There is still a devil cult presence in the city.
Okay.
And one of my runners observed a meeting between one of the members of the devil cult and a red wizard.
Oh.
What I understand about the details are this. The red wizards, they can summon all sorts of monsters, right? They can summon demons, they can summon undead, they can, all sorts of things. But the devils are a little bit of a different kind of beast, for lack of a better word. Devils, of course, are all about contracts and deals and negotiation. And it seems like the Red Wizard was hoping to get put in touch with some powerful devils to make some sort of deal or pact.
Oh, I hate that. Okay.
So, that's obviously not great. And I was trying to find out more information so I'd have something a little more tangible for you to go on. And somebody stopped by offering to help. And they said they knew you all.
Who?
He said his name was Fearon.
Oh, good.
So I didn't trust him right away, but he said he could help and that he would be stopping by again today with additional information, which is why I called you all here, because if he has the extra information, you need it. And if he's going to cause problems, I'd trust you all to handle him.
Yep.
And it is around this time that you hear from the corner of the room, opposite side of the room from you, Nyx, so you didn't catch it before. You hear, an excellent appraisal of the situation. And removing his invisibility is Firan Zalhonen. Freedom, pulls out a gun and quickly fires it in the corner. He just throws up a shield spell quick, and it bullet ricochets off. Come now. That's no way to treat a friend.
We need to put a bell on you.
I think I'd get it off pretty quick.
Not where I would put it.
It's been a long time since I've seen you. Not so long since I've seen Artemis.
Hello again. I told you all.
So,
You did. You did. You did.
He says without looking to Penny wherever she was.
Now, I don't believe I have met your elven wizard here.
Oh, yeah.
The pleasure is mine. My name is Firan Zalhonen, and your name?
Octavia.
Octavia. Pleasure to meet you. What happened to your other friend?
It's not a pleasure to meet.
She stayed. Oh, I don't know. Do we want to say that?
I mean,
She's not traveling with us anymore. She was only with us for a little bit. Then we separate ways.
Such is life. Well, I'm sure she's doing well. She was a capable cleric, after all, it seemed like. So,
What do you want?
the Red Wizards and the Devils. How much do you all know about How much do you all know about the difference between devils and demons?
We
I'm
are
pretty familiar.
pretty familiar.
Then you're familiar with the Blood War, I assume.
We've heard the Blood
Yeah.
War
You know-
every day, forever. I'm always hearing about this Blood War. I swear to God. And the
There was a-
souls, they're always looking for more souls. And the demons are chaotic. And the devils are very structured. And they like to do deals. And the devils keep coming to us asking for deals.
And we keep saying no.
There was a devil that was in your castle that we fought. That was general in the Blood War. So
Very good. Well, then, you are not so unobservant as I thought you might be.
Okay. Rude.
Well, suffice it to say that the Red Wizards are offering the Devils something big, something substantial. Something like, the souls of everybody who lives in Waterdeep to fight in the Blood War. In exchange for some devilish aid. Now, in order to make this deal happen, they need to sign a contract. If someone were to say, interrupt the contract negotiations and destroy the document, well, then the devils would have nothing to bind them to the cause, and they are not going to commit their forces to helping the Red Wizards' invasion of Waterdeep if they don't have a solid legal backbone for doing so.
So do you know where this negotiation is going to happen?
As it so happens, I do. And I would be happy to get you all there. Assuming you can find your own way back.
Where is it?
It's
The
gonna be like
Nine Hells.
oh, great!
Yeah,
It's
we've been
always something.
Are they able to negotiate souls without the owner of said
That's
soul, like being
what
willing?
jurisdiction do they have?
I think it's based
I
on the promise that the Red Wizards win and have control of all of our souls. That's my guess.
Yes, there have been occasions in the past where the devils have dragged entire city populations into the Nine Hells, and used them as fodder in the Blood War. This would not be the first time they have attempted such a thing.
Wild. Okay.
This would be very, if we were to take you up on this offer, that would be very kind of you, Fearin, to be interfering in this way. Can't help but wonder, why not just sit back and watch the fireworks? What are you looking for?
Make a persuasion check for me.
Please. Oh, bad roll. Persuasion? Boy, oh boy. How does math work when my brain doesn't work? 35?
Okay.
I'm gonna message Penny and be like, detect thoughts.
I'll cast Detect Thoughts.
You cast Detect Thoughts. Total blank
Good.
for Fearin.
Oh.
You don't get
No
it.
thoughts.
He has some sort of mind
No.
shielding effect up.
No thoughts, just vibes.
I'm gonna
just
message Nyx back and go, this little pussy bitch has his mind turned off.
What the fuck?
Yes, little pussy bitch.
I wish I could do that.
Damn.
Fearin sort of strokes his chin for a second.
I was thinking pussy bitch.
Artemis, last time you and I spoke, I shared my derision for the Red Wizards leader.
Right.
Let's just say that I see a potential opening.
For you?
For me. And if things go badly for Saztam's invasion, that's bad for his position. Potentially good for an ambitious other wizard.
It's true.
So if you became the leader of the Red Wizards, would you continue to work with your kindler?
Well, I don't see how I would become the leader of the Red Wizards right away. But you thwarting this invasion would definitely weaken Saztam's hold on authority, particularly if you kill his current physical form in the combat, taking some time to regenerate a new physical form, time that I might be able to use to find where he's hiding his soul.
You did not answer my question.
If everything goes the way you want it to go, and if everything goes the way I want it to go, there won't be a Fyrkindler anymore for me to ally with anyway.
Yeah, but what if just things go the way you want it to go and not the way we want it
Things
to?
don't go the way I want it to go if Fyrkindler's still around. I don't trust that dragon. And frankly, Saztam probably doesn't trust that dragon either. Although he has spent an extraordinary amount of resources making that dragon more powerful.
As much as I don't necessarily trust you, I absolutely don't want the souls of Waterdeep citizens to be in peril. So I think regardless, we have to go do this.
Trust is for fools anyway. what I'm offering you is a chance.
How do we get out of the 9 hells? Are we able to take the orrery back? Okay.
You'll just on.
When have I ever done wrong by you?
I mean, you started our
Kind
relationship.
of a reach around way, but not directly.
I helped you get Oikos. And, by the way, restored its memory. I can say the name now. I learned its history. And that is thanks to me getting you there. I haven't harmed any of you directly. I haven't done anything that would lead you to harm other than ask you to do a job that you knew was going to be a dangerous job when you signed up.
Are you like our biggest fan?
Being
Oh,
a
can I
fan,
take an insight check to see if he's heard my music?
Octavia.
Natural one.
he
It's
is
playing
so
in the
fucking hard to
background.
read, man. This is he's also new to the world. You'd be surprised if he knows how to work a phonograph. Yeah,
We'll work on that.
He is a very intelligent
he's
wizard.
a very intelligent wizard.
He's also obsessed with us.
He
But
is.
like he's super old, so he might just be unable to work technology.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't call myself a fan necessarily, but adventurers have their uses, and you all have proven extremely useful. You want to save your city, I understand it. I want another powerful wizard taken off the board for the time our interests align.
I don't disagree with that.
I still feel like you haven't said. Well, I guess you. Never mind. I just. How do we know that if you become the leader of the Red Wizards one day, you won't make our life hell then? I'm looking long term.
I have made no promises of what I will or won't do when I become Red Wizard because I don't feel like constraining myself.
Commitment issues, I understand.
I just we don't trust you, so
And I don't trust you. Adventurers are too goody two-shoe for my taste. I'm offering you the chance to do good, though. Isn't that what your type like to do? Good?
Oh, please. Don't pretend like you are all whatever.
I mean,
I think we go. We have to
We're
go.
gonna-
We gotta stop this anyways.
Yeah.
You have to go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, anything that might happen in the future is a future problem.
Exactly.
And we'll be dead by then.
Well then.
Probably.
Bowmin definitely will be dead. Sorry, Bowmin.
Are we before we go, can we say on the way here I did the inspiring leader thing because I forgot to do that before the last battle.
Also, can
Please.
I say that I summoned Greater Haze?
Sure. That's
Oh my god, I have a bird.
you have
21 temporary or 21 hit points.
You can all get your guys ready to go before you leave.
How many hit
Barret,
points?
21, yeah.
Ooh.
Damn.
We leveling up. Yee.
Barret reaches into a pocket and he pulls out a couple of things. First thing he pulls out is a stack of very large coins. Like they're probably about like this big around, and they're made of this like really like blue gray dark metal. And he holds up this stack and he says, "Now, I will be teleporting you in to the hall where this negotiation is taking place, which is the filing office of Avernus. Avernus' first layer of hell. Filing office there is where contracts made with Avernus are approved by the bookkeepers. So, I'll be teleporting you into that hall. You will arrive in an upper level among the bookkeepers. They're going to ask what you're doing there. You're going to pay them with these soul coins to keep their mouths shut.
Okay.
The negotiation will likely be happening down at the bottom of the hall. You should have a clear view of it from where you are. I leave it up to you to determine how you proceed. My final word of warning, by the way, is that I am taken to understand that the negotiation is happening directly with the Archduke of Avernus, Zariel. So, good luck.
Oh boy.
He hands off the soul coins to you guys.
Does anyone need to cast things or get things ready before we appear?
So you
Would
have
we
meetings
like to have the communication thing, linked mind thing? Ooh.
How much energy is that for you?
I gotta find it again.
I'm gonna
telepath-
come in hot. I'm gonna put my damn crown on.
So it's 1/5 level spell for me. I have 3 slots in total for that. So, and it can last an hour. So let's do that. We can all chit chat in the group chat.
Hell yeah, group
Love that.
chat.
Artemis, did you summon Cypress, by the way?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm going to fairly transform, so I'm going to be a large dire wolf.
I still have the tuning fork
I think that was
for this plane, right?
You should.
I don't know if I ever put that in my inventory.
The other thing Theron pulled out of his pocket is a tuning fork. He says, now again, the contract is your objective. Destroy that contract, hell has no reason to fight. Good luck. And he rings the tuning fork, casts plane shift, and you all disappear from this subterranean room in Waterdeep.
I really hope Freedom's not coming with us.
Freedom is not coming with you.
Good. I'll give her a little wink because we're leaving.
would not allow that.
You rocket through this teleportation tunnel, and as you go, strange lights are flying all around you, and they turn redder and redder and redder as you go until finally you finish the teleportation, and the first thing that hits your senses is this strong smell of brimstone. And your other senses phase in, and you are standing amidst a bunch of desks with paperwork. Every desk is staffed by a small devil who's stamping paperwork and then moving it on to the next pile, stamping a piece of paper, moving on to the next pile. And then there are larger devils, supervisors, overseeing this cohort of smaller devils stamping all this paperwork. And as you all find yourself in this space, not super well lit, but still in this space where all these devils are working, the supervisor devil looks over at you guys and is like, and who do we have? Oh, for the fuck's sake. Adventurers, and you look familiar.
We've had crossings with devilish folk in the past. Hello. We are of no consequence to you. And in fact,
You killed me last time I was on the surface.
Oh, probably.
sorry about that. We had our job, you had your job.
You don't
We
even
also
remember my name.
have- Do you
It was a
remember
while
mine?
ago.
Is your name memorable?
Can I detect thoughts to see if I can see what his name is?
Does he look familiar?
If he's
Make a history.
Does he
check.
have a name?
Is this the first devil from what was like in the very first season?
Yeah.
16.
16. You remember a devil named Mordai, but he didn't look quite like this.
Oh,
Did it start with an M? More.
I'm going to burn you all. I'm just gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Actually, what you're going to want to do is accept some of these little trinkets that we have that you're really going to like, and you're going to keep your mouth closed because we've got a deal for you.
Oh.
See? Shiny coins.
He looks at the stack. Soul.
Would you like them?
Let me see if
Because
they're
they're
real.
fine. Sorry.
Let me see if they're real. Give me one.
I will allow you to borrow this one
He holds
to
it up,
inspect it.
sniffs it, bites it.
that's not sanitary.
He concentrates on it, and you hear very faintly the sound of somebody screaming, like very faintly in the background as he concentrates on it, and then it fades away. Yep, that's a genuine soul in there. I'll take the stack. Thank you. Fine, you've earned my silence. For now.
Thank
What in Asmodeus's name are you doing here?
I'm just taking a stroll, probably down that hallway. No need to interrupt.
All that he looks around, all the other devils nearby are like have stopped working and are like looking at this conversation. And he snaps, "What are you all doing? Get back to work! Go, go! These contracts don't stamp themselves." All right, stay out of our way. Then he moves off.
Whose
Right.
souls were they?
Let's not dwell on it too much.
Okay.
We're saving all the Waterdeep souls for whatever happened to those souls.
Maybe they were really bad souls.
They
Like
could
really
be bad
crappy.
people.
Their souls were already transported into coins. There's nothing we could do about that.
Yeah. Let's focus on what we can fix.
Right, so contract.
Um,
Kill a wizard if we can, but contract. How fast can we, Nyx, get the fuck out?
Pretty quick.
All right, great.
I'm just
Now,
gonna
I do-
constantly have my tuning fork in my pocket. So I can grab it.
Great. So we've been transported a couple times now. I think I've got a bit of a tricky spell up my sleeve to be able to do something similar. And I think I could do it on an object. So if we need to, get the physical contract somewhere away, we'll see how it works. But destroy the contract, kill any red wizards we can along the way. Are there any other, objectives? Us not die.
Us not dead.
Too late.
Let's
It's
let's
not
keep
like
that number
trying
one,
to have
actually.
The devils, right? Because they would just come back here.
Right.
well,
But a
make an
minor
intelligence check.
inconvenience
Anybody
if we
who'd
need to
like
get them along the way.
can make an intelligence check.
22.
Me too.
No, Artemis just believes it. Nick said it.
If a devil is killed in their home plane, they're dead.
Oh, so we
Oh,
should
shit.
kill all the devils.
Opposite of a home field advantage.
Yeah.
That's true. The focus needs to be that contract, though.
Yes.
Everything
And
else is great.
If devils die, so be it.
Devils be dead.
You all make your way over to sort of a ledge overlooking this like large central atrium.
Ooh.
What?
Really quick, before we left. Well, actually, I just remembered that I have a forgery kit. So I'm gonna like I might no. I don't know what it looks like, so I won't make a copy of it. Never mind.
Okay,
Never mind. Sorry.
so you make your way over to the edge of this area. You see that you're on one of like 3 like rings of bookkeeping floors overlooking this large central atrium. If you guys would like, you can go ahead and pull up the battle map
Oh,
while
boy.
I
Battle map.
describe the
Battle
space.
map.
So you're on the uppermost ring of sort of devilish bookkeepers, overlooking this huge like central area. There's this really ornate sort of mural on the floor below, glowing with hellfire. And at one end of the space is a massive desk behind which sits Archduke Zariel of Avernus. This is a towering woman in plate armor that may have once been, shining, immaculate plate armor, but is now burnt black. Zariel, behind the desk, she has these black and red angel wings coming out of her back. This really like white grayish skin, glowing red eyes, a flaming halo over her head. And flanking her desk are 2 other devils, which you may have fought these types of devils before. I don't remember 100%, but these would be Erenyes, so other devils. And you also see, also dressed in plate armor. And you also see 2 hellhounds in the space. In the center of the room, is a person in red wizard robes, but which would mark them as an ally of the Red Wizards or as a red wizard. But with the hood down, you can tell that this is an old enemy. Her gray skin was once covered in a mucousy film when she was alive, but it is now cracked and dry. Her blank gray eyes are now inky black pools as the resurrected form of Aurora Irenaeus, former Blackstaff, seems to be leading the negotiations for the Red Wizards. And she is flanked by 2 Watcher agents, former members of her Watchful Order.
What a fun little reunion this will be.
Yeah. I'm gonna say in the group chat, she really needs some moisturizer.
You all hear Zariel saying, once you have finished reading the contract, and if it is to your satisfaction, I will sign it, and we can begin the process of getting all the details squared away. I will have souls for my army, and your Red Wizards, was it, will have my assistance, I suppose.
Group chat talk.
Huh? Oh,
Some group chat talk. Oh my God, your name's not Alina, Octavia. I was like, fuck. Octavia, do you have that time spelly thing? If we can get the surprise on people, we might be able to just get this done real quick.
I prepared something different this
All
morning.
right, then we'll go with another option then.
Is the contract the star?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
It looks like all of these people are just about in the time in the amount of space that it would take me to slow things down. They might all fit, not those little dogs. But if anyone else has, a thing to get the jump that we want to do,
I mean,
do I have to do this the whole time?
do you think the paper would burn?
Maybe. I mean, we are in hell.
This is true.
It's
While-
probably gonna be like, we probably can't just rip it.
Probably not. It's probably pretty magic.
We could scribble on it.
While you all are
Void.
having this mental conversation, Aurora is checking the contract. And she says, Archduke Zariel, the contract looks to be in order. The Red Wizards of Thay thank you. And you can be assured that you will have the additional forces you need to pursue the noble cause of defeating the demons.
Bowmin says in the group chat, what's stopping us from just trying to persuade this devil?
We want to
Give
kill
us
as
the
many
contract.
red wizards as possible.
Yes, but no, what I'm saying is, why can't we have the same deal but in reversed? I assume
I don't want to deal with
Red
the devil.
Wizard.
I don't want to make a deal for the souls. They want souls.
I'm
Red-
gonna do something ridiculous. I'm gonna cast disintegrate at the paper.
Yeah,
Great,
we gotta
all
destroy
right.
this shit.
Go for
Yeah.
it. Make an attack roll.
Drop that shit.
Okay, but it's a not an attack.
Did you put this in the group chat, or do you
No,
just
I just fucking did it.
Hell yeah.
But I'm in the middle
Because
of
she's
it.
walking and
Oh,
we're
my-
talking and it's not working. So
So let me set the stage here. So Aurora has finished reading over the contract. She's bringing it up to the desk for Zariel to sign. She's like putting it on the desk. You go to cast Disintegrate. Now, Disintegrate is let me look at the full details here to make sure I'm not messing anything up. But
What? For 60.
I may home rule something a little different than rules is written here because of the circumstances of this particular thing. So it is normally a dexterity saving throw. However, I am actually going to have you roll to hit instead this time. So you're going to roll a d20 and you're going to add your spell attack bonus, which should be up at the top.
got it. 22.
22. Okay. 22. So go ahead and roll your damage.
If you miss, you probably hit Aurora, so.
I'm going to just roll on the computer because I don't want to do that. That's a lot of dice. 87.
87. And
Just
that-
take 88 hit points.
Sorry.
what type of damage is it?
It says wall. It's a force damage.
Force damage. Okay. So, let me check something here as well.
I do love Octavia's like, okay, we're talking too much. We gotta get going. Let's keep.
We gotta do something.
Man,
gotta do
we
something.
really should have brought her with us.
She didn't want to come. She didn't want to come.
Had other shit to learn.
Can
Like how to
I
not delay.
have done something when we first got to this space?
What's that?
Cast see invisibility.
Sure.
This is it's like a visible spell attack.
Yeah.
It says a thin
I-
green ray.
Here we go.
So what I'm rolling for now is to see if Aurora sees the spell coming in time to
Mhm.
get a counter spell off. Now, there's
So
even
many
if
of us have
it does
guns,
get the counter spell off, it does not a guarantee
That it doesn't work.
that it doesn't work because she might not cast it at a high enough level to automatically reverse the spell. So,
You could also counterspell her counterspell.
You could also try to counterspell the counterspell. Yeah, she could burn through all of her 3rd level spell slots counterspelling your counterspells. So if you could get a counterspell off.
Either way, we win in our book.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're
but
okay.
first things first, let's see if she catches it in time. She's gonna get a +9 to this roll, and I'm gonna say that she needs to get a 20 to get the counterspell off. So you've got about even odds.
Okay.
Make her do luck so she has to do disadvantage.
Well, you don't need to. She got a 19 total.
Oh, so close.
The disintegrate hits the paper. It fizzles out into dust. Aurora stares at the dust in her hand, looks up.
I bet.
And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Do I see anybody invisible?
Not right now, you don't.
Okay, cool.
Aurora's face twists in rage and anger.
Did you miss us?
You bastards! Every time you get in my damn way.
That's the
Star's
goal.
gone.
That happens when you
Good point.
keep losing.
That's what happens when you're not a nice person.
Nyx.
8.
Great. Octavia.
17.
Artemis.
23.
Jinarra.
10.
10.
10.
Bowmin.
13.
Penny.
11.
Hey, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
The initiative order is as follows. Zariel is first. Followed by Artemis. Followed by the 2 Erinyes.
Can you spell that?
Erinyes.
BITCH.
Then Aurora Araneath. Then Octavia. Then the 2 Watcher agents. Then Bowmin. Then the 2 Hellhounds. Then Penny. Then Jinarra. Then Nyx.
Penny, Jinarra.
So. The Archduke of Avernus.
She can't be
Zariel.
that mad.
Huh?
She can't be that mad. She doesn't know who we are.
Yeah, but you also came into her house, so
Hmm.
I'm not
Maybe
saying
that is it.
I'm not saying she can't be persuaded to back off, but her footing right now is not happy at home invaders.
Somebody let us in.
She flies up to your level here.
Oh.
Stopping in front of you. You see her, she's massive. This massive, formerly angelic, now devilish woman, is in the air in front of you, her wings flapping. And her voice sort of echoing through the space. Who dares intrude upon my domain? And she cracks out with a flail in one hand, a warhammer in the other hand, and lashes out at you all. First attack, we'll say, is with the flail, and it will be against she looks and she winces a little bit at both Bowmin and Jinarra because of their divine connections. So her first attack will be against Bowmin. Oh, that was a natural 20.
Oh.
Yet.
Sorry.
Wait, I'm
I
gonna
do
activate Portent of the Stars.
Okay, what does that do?
Roll a d10 and subtract the number. From a D20.
Me?
Okay.
Or-
Does it say anything about if it's a critical hit?
No.
Because it might still be a crit. If it doesn't, because a crit's an automatic. A natural 20 is an automatic crit unless you have something that changes a critical hit into not a critical hit.
Okay.
There are some things that say that.
Okay. Well, then never mind.
Okay.
Or it doesn't say anything.
It doesn't say anything.
So.
Good
So-
effort. Good effort.
Good try. Good try. So, natural 20 then.
Weirdly enough, misses.
Funny enough, misses. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to do math here.
You got a nat 20.
You got a nat 20 on me. We're starting at first battle of this long haul session.
So you take 33 piercing damage
Okay.
plus an additional 100 fire damage.
Can I uncanny dodge?
Yeah, you can have that. You can have all of that.
105 plus 33 is 140. No, 138. Divide that by 2.
Yeah. That was a critical hit, so you're fine.
So 70?
Jesus.
Less than 7.
100.
60.
On the critical hit,
8.
yeah.
Or 69.
Nice.
The second attack is going to be against Jinarra. That is not a natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah. That is still a 35 to hit.
35 to hit?
To hit.
Yes, that absolutely hits. I have a feeling I no longer have my form.
You're gonna take 17 piercing damage and 36 fire damage.
So it went over. So hold on, let me quickly math. I'm not a dire wolf anymore.
Sure.
17, and then what was the other number? I need to figure out how much over it went.
36 fire.
30.
Then the Warhammer attack will be against the wizard who cast the disintegrate spell, which is
I wonder
Octavia.
who that is.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's 23 to hit.
Okay,
Local.
now I'm gonna use Portent at the start.
Okay, so minus a d10.
Yeah.
Do you roll or do I roll
No,
it?
you roll it.
So minus
Wait, what is it? It's 23.
Yeah.
minus 9 now, which brings it to
14.
14.
Okay, that won't hit.
So the Warhammer goes to swing, and then Nyx turns the dial on the orrery, and the time just shifts very slightly, and the Warhammer just totally whiffs.
Ben, real quick question. Is her reach like 10 feet?
Correct.
Okay, never mind.
That is Zariel's turn. Again, I'd just like to shout out, you are home invaders. You can talk her down. I would consider trying to talk her down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now we got this.
That is the end of her turn. Artemis, it's your turn.
Jesus Christ. All right. We're gonna see what the hell comes out of my mouth. I will kind of push forward amongst us.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of throw up my hands. Whoa, 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 whoa. Your Highness, Your Highness. There's been a misunderstanding. We were sent here. So sorry for invading. We mean absolutely no disrespect. This person needs to be absolutely destroyed. They cannot be trusted. You have to listen to us with reason. We mean no disrespect for you or your side in the blood war.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
All right.
All right. All right.
32.
32. And why, pray tell, little man, should I take your word for it as a home invader?
Sorry, as a what?
As a home invader.
As a home invader. Because this is bigger than your typical contracts. You see, this is not quite the scale of the Blood War, but this is part of a massive cog. There's a great worm that this person has aligned themselves with, which has the power to absolutely decimate everything across several planes of existence, probably including your own, threatening your position in the Blood War. There are pieces all interweaving together that could, in the end, lean a disadvantaged hand for you in this war.
Give me another persuasion check.
Is any of that true that I said? I have no fucking idea. Okay. I think that's a 33.
Okay.
33.
Just for the hell of it, I'd love for you to make me a dealer's choice, Arcana, History, or Religion. Any of the three.
Let me look at all my history, Arcana. Where's my religion? Oh, we're gonna go history. Check. 16.
16. Okay. You don't. You just said all of that, and a lot of it was motivated by like just trying to get out of this situation, but like somewhere in the back of your head, you hit on something significant to what's going on here with the Great Worm and the dragon, and that potentially having a negative, dragons having some sort of impact on the Blood War, but you don't remember the details right now. But you know you struck on something with that.
Oh, that's good.
Zariel looks at you, sort of cocks her head slightly. All right, little man. You stay, and you and I will talk. For now, the rest of your friends can do what they want. If the conversation between you and I doesn't go the way I would like it to, then I will finish the job.
What? Huh? What are we
Bowman's
doing?
gonna
Sure.
go over to Artemis and just go in the chat. No, I'm gonna whisper it to you.
Okay.
Don't sleep with her.
No.
So, short version is
I would burn off my dick.
Zariel has agreed to stay out of the fight, but Artemis has to stay out of the fight with her to keep having this conversation.
Okay.
So we can kill Aurora.
Again.
How interesting.
So, that was Artemis's turn.
I will.
If you want to do a bonus action, you can do a bonus action.
I have to stay out of the fight. For clarification, as I would understand it, that would include giving Bardic Inspiration.
I would allow you to keep doing bonus actions.
Okay, here's clarifying. My Crown of Stars is up, and it's a bonus action to fire one. That would tip to me towards like an attack.
Correct.
Okay.
I will allow bonus actions to help your friends, but not to attack your enemies.
You're
That sounds-
allowed buffs.
Yeah. Great. Then I will give a bit of a bow. and look back at everyone else, particularly Bowmin, who just whispered in my ear. And I'll say, fuck him up, dead man. And we will just calmly walk off toward the north a little bit. We'll just kind of walk up here,
Great.
have our conversation off to the side.
Zariel will presumably follow you when she can move again.
Great. And
Actually-
I will.
Hold on. Does she have? Oh, she can teleport as a legendary action. She'll teleport over next to you as a legendary action. There you
Wonderful. And so with Cypress here,
go. Uh-huh.
if Cypress were to be under someone else's command,
I mean,
For
you could,
this?
you could still mentally issue Cypress commands. That's fine. Cypress
Yeah.
takes his own actions.
yeah, but it's a mental command. That's not staying out of the fight.
She doesn't know you're doing it.
Well, I don't know the capabilities of all-powerful devils.
It's up to you. You want to risk
I'm gonna play it safe. Cypress is just gonna fly to the other side for a little bit.
Okay.
I appreciate the concern.
All right.
That's Artie.
That is the end of Artemis's turn. Now, interestingly enough, Zariel said she'd remove herself from the fight. She didn't say jack shit about the other devils here. So,
Yeah, well,
let's see. What's your movement speed? Okay. So this devil is going to fly up in front of Jinarra, Penny, and Nyx. And she's going to draw her longsword and say, "Your souls will make excellent combatants for Lady Zariel in the Blood War." And she's going to make her attacks. First attack, we will say, is against Penny. That's not very good. 15.
No, my soul will not make an excellent soul in the Blood War. Sorry.
Second attack will be against Nyx. 19.
Nope.
Third attack will be against Jinarra. 18.
Nope.
Damn.
Rip to this girl.
Rip to this girl. After the first one's turn and before the second one's turn, Aurora is going to use a legendary action.
Wait your turn, hon.
Nah. She's not gonna do that, actually.
I'm sorry, this person died and for some reason still gets legendary actions.
Yeah.
If we kill you once, I'm sorry, your legendary actions are revoked.
Not very legendary, if you ask me.
It's so true.
Amazing.
She's gonna use her legendary action to cast Fireball.
The absolute nerd.
Counter spell.
How far are you
Um,
from Aurora?
I don't know. Let's figure that out.
You
45
are
feet.
up 45 feet horizontally. You're up in the air. Let me just roll. Let me see if we're still with the diagonal is still within 60 feet. Sure, you can counterspell it. What level?
Mm, fourth level.
Iliad.
All right, you counterspell the fireball. It's gone.
Nice.
Oh, thank God.
Nice.
It is the second Erinye's turn. She's going to fly straight up in the air and over a little bit, but she's not flying over towards you all because she is going to use her bow, and she's going to start firing her bow at you. She's gonna shoot an arrow at the wizard. Sorry, Octavia.
The wizard.
The wizard.
That's fine.
That's a 24 to hit.
Oh, can I? Oh wait, no, I just did my reaction. Okay, that'll hit.
You take 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Plus 13 poison damage. And
Ouch.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 14. Not great.
Just good enough to succeed.
Oh, good.
Is he in Bowman's
Oh,
circle?
are you in my aura? But you still succeed. So
Still
don't worry.
succeed. Second arrow. I mean, she is a devil. Will be at the dog. Sorry, Hayes.
What the fuck?
That's insane.
She's a
No,
devil.
but she still has a heart.
Rita is quaking.
That's a
We are
17 to hit Hayes.
canceled.
Misses.
Wow. Third attack will be against Nyx. Just trying to spread the love around, you know?
Isn't Hayes a Cerberus with 3 heads right now?
This isn't like the first fight where I was trying to kill Bowmin specifically because he asked me to. This is I'm just trying to spread the love this time. That's a 16 to hit.
No.
Okay. It is now Aurora Araneath's turn.
Uh-oh. Ingy.
She angry. Okay.
She's just mad that she's ugly and no one wants to follow her.
It would make me mad.
Yep. She is going to.
Fall over dead.
Nope, she can't fly. That's fine. She doesn't need to fly for this. She looks up at you, Octavia, and if the blank black holes that used to be eyes could have expression, you feel like she would be giving you the biggest like glare of death. And she says, "Twice now, your spells have ruined my plans today, and you have ruined so much more before this. I will take exceptional joy in ending your wizardly ambitions." And she points a finger at you and casts Finger of Death. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Octavia.
You are in range, so +5.
+5. Okay.
If it's really bad, I'll give you luck. Just tell me.
19.
19 is a failure.
Is it too much? Probably because I know the outcome, right?
You can use it if you want.
Uh-oh. I don't like
Yeah, luck. Finger of Death seems scary. Let's not do that.
Oh, that's worse.
Well, I tried.
That's sorry.
No, you're good.
rolling.
You're good.
Well, I tried.
Well, I tried.
It was worth a shot.
Eh. I'm gonna die.
I think all of us have Revivify.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You take 58 necrotic damage.
Yeah, okay.
As you feel, you don't see anything in the air. You just all of a sudden feel searing pain coursing through your body. Your muscles like spasm, and you can see like the skin around your fingers like starts to wrinkle as if you are very quickly becoming instantly dehydrated.
She has crow's feet.
Yeah. That feels like a pretty good turn for Aurora. So, yeah. That brings us to Octavia's turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to hit her back
Go for it.
with Feeble Mind, which is a
Fuck yeah.
intelligence save.
She's already got that.
Well,
Okay, what's the DC on this?
20.
20. Okay,
And I have my reaction back, right?
you have your reaction back. So, she...
Oh.
We're gonna just roll. We're gonna roll first. We're gonna see what she gets. She gets a plus 12 to this.
Mm-hmm.
She just hit 20.
Can I use, because wait, 20 would save then, right?
20 would save.
Okay, can I use my, can I use the Convergent Future reaction to make it so that she fails? Is that how that works?
Read me the text of it.
When you're a creature you can see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can use your reaction to ignore the die roll and decide whether the number rolled is the minimum needed to succeed or one less than the number.
Yes, you can choose to have it count as a failure.
I'm going
At
to choose
which
to have
point-
it count as a failure.
At which point she's going to burn a legendary resistance.
Right
But
up.
that's one legendary resistance gone, and she gets 3 of them for the whole battle. So
Yeah, okay.
you forced her to burn one, which is always a good thing. Okay.
That would have been cool though.
That would have been
so
rad
stupid.
as hell. That would have been rad as hell. She basically can't do anything if she doesn't have intelligence.
Yeah, her charisma and intelligence goes down to 1.
Yeah. Okay. That
Okay.
brings us.
Can I use movement
Yes.
to like, can I, oh, hold on, I gotta move to select. Can I just like move back behind this pillar? Kind of, it's not like behind a pillar, is it? It's hard to see.
There's like a devil supervisor on the platform there. You can hide behind the platform. He doesn't care. He's you can see.
Well, that's a man.
He's
You-
middle
yeah.
management. He doesn't care.
He's middle management. He doesn't care. You can actually see, by the way, this battle's broken out. All of the devils that were doing the paperwork, they looked up when stuff started happening, and then they looked back down at their paperwork and kept stamping everything.
Dude, just another
Typical day, you
Thursday.
know?
Just
They
have
another day in
quotas
the
to
office
meet.
for these guys.
Yeah, I just want to like get as far away as I kind of can.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. At the end of your turn, Aurora is going to use legendary action because she got those back at the start of her turn. She's going to fire an acid arrow at let's say at Bowmin.
I thought you were done trying to kill me.
I have to roll to hit.
Yeah.
Suppose that's something to do. That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
You take 9 acid damage.
Okay.
And you can feel the acid is like still burning a little. It's still burning a little bit. And you feel like you might take some additional damage shortly.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's the Watcher Agent's turns. Yeah, this one's gonna just move up a little bit here and start tossing psychic blades up towards you guys. Though I will say because of the angle, he can't fly. Because of the angle, you will have half cover, I will say. up there. So, first attack we'll say is against Hayes. So add +2 to Hayes' AC for this particular attack. That's not very good. That's a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Second attack will be against Jinarra. Better. That's 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So you're gonna take 13 psychic damage, and I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Oh, great. I'm terrible at those.
You're within range, so +5.
+5. Okay. Cool. Got a 7. I'm terrible with intelligence, man.
So you have disadvantage on your next attack.
Okay.
The other one is going to move here, toss up a couple of psychic blades. First one at Nyx. 15.
Nope.
Second one at Octavia. 25.
That hits.
13 psychic damage. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. And I'm out of range of Bowmin now.
Yeah.
He's at intelligence.
Intelligence.
Just out of range.
29.
29. That's a success. Bowmin, that's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to mount Hayes, and I'm gonna have him bring me as far as he can towards what's the baddie in the middle?
This one,
What's her name again?
Aurora. You are up
Daddy.
3 levels. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be riding Hayes.
okay, so Hayes is jumping down. Can Hayes
Yeah.
fly?
Hayes can't fly.
Okay.
Keep in mind, Hayes is a giant dog, so he's like 10 feet tall.
Sure. I'm still going to roll for falling damage on Hayes.
That's fine. That's fine. I guess if you don't like dogs, it's fine.
Damn. But yes, Hayes can jump down. Hayes will take 8 bludgeoning damage as you hit the floor.
That is okay. When you ride them out, they only get half their speed, so that brings us to about right there. And you said 8?
8 bludgeoning damage, yep.
Let me just do that real quick before I forget. And then Bowman's going to take the rest of take his movement and just go right up to Aurora. Whoop! I splash back over there. Go. And I guess he's going to try something different and hit her with his great axe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You've never done that before.
I know. Really switching it up this time. Yeah. Ooh, not great. 27.
Yeah, 27 hits.
Okay, cool.
Just end her.
Just what?
Just end her. Just chop.
I'm trying. 12. Ooh, nice. Max damage from D12. That's gonna be 22 damage. From the great axe, 20 damage. Improved divine smite is 5, and we're gonna do divine smite at first level, just because I don't fully. She's not undead, is she?
She is undead.
Ooh, okay, so that means she gets
So she
Was
gets
3d8 for first level.
first level would be 3d8 because she's undead. Normally 2d8 plus 1 because she's undead. So 3d8.
Okay, cool. She takes a total of 20 from divine smite.
All right, big first hit.
How's she looking?
Definitely a big hit. Like, that was substantial. She's still on her feet.
Okay. second attack. You know what? I think we're gonna do Great Axe.
Great.
Oh, that was so close to a 20. But that was a 26 to hit.
That hits. No reason to even bother shielding, because that would be still above shield, so.
That is 20 damage from the Great Axe. Improved Divine Smite is 8. And then we'll do Divine Smite at a second level.
Okay.
For D8s. I can get it out. Oh, yeah, that's a good number. 16, 23, 30 from Divine Smite.
Yeah, she's looking rough. That was big couple hits.
Fantastic. And that will be my turn.
Right.
Oh, wait, bonus action, I'm going to prepare Searing Smite.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Aurora is going to use a legendary action. She holds out her hand towards you, and her arm like twists strangely, and as it does, it turns into a tentacle, and the tentacle like lashes out at you. That's a 22 to hit.
That hit.
Bro, that's gross.
All right, you take, as the tentacle wraps around you, you can feel your brain pound in your head. You take 21 psychic damage. And I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. $23.
23 is a success. So you can feel that this tentacle is like wrapped around your neck. You're grappled. You can feel your brain like throbbing, and your muscles like start to seize up, as if she's mentally assaulting you as well as physically assaulting you. That brings us to the Hellhound's turns. Hellhounds see another dog.
Are they gonna play?
Well, they seem a little territorial. So they're gonna run up.
See another giant 3-headed dog.
So they're gonna run up to Hayes.
Jesus Christ, what's that speed of the Hellhound?
50 feet.
Damn.
Yeah, they're fast. They are both gonna make one attack.
Yep.
Well, does a 13 hit?
No.
Wait, okay, that's what the first one does. The second one's gonna do a different thing. I need
Now,
Hayes to make a dexterity saving throw.
okay. Quick question though, because I am grappled, is the sentinel like null void because I can't move?
I don't think either the path the dog took wouldn't have gone through your melee range. That was
No,
just...
I'm more just asking in general.
Oh, I think Sentinel still works because grapple doesn't stop you from attacking.
Okay, cool. Dexterity, you said?
Dexterity for Hayes. Yep.
He's also is saving through.
Yep.
Okay, so he's in my range. So. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That is a success. Still going to take half damage as the Hellhound breathes fire on Hayes. So Hayes is like rolls out of the way a little bit, but still takes 10 fire damage.
Oh, poor Hayes.
Poor Hayes. Penny, that's your turn.
Kyra, are you under half damage?
I am.
Okay.
She really pissed off the wizard immediately.
Yeah. I mean, I can't blame her too much.
Yeah.
I did disintegrate her contract
Yeah.
in her hands.
And how tall is the wall that we're on? 10 feet?
You're up like
15.
from the ground. Well, from the next level, you're like 10 feet up, but you're 3 levels up. So it's a little bit further of a fall. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head. It's a little bit further of a fall to the ground.
Okay. Can I reach Aurora if I wanted to shoot her with this person in front of me and at this angle? If I wanted to shoot her?
You could shoot her. Yeah. You have the gunner feat, right?
Yeah, I do.
So I think you're fine just to do that then, because I think you avoid disadvantage on that.
Okay. Okay.
So you can just fire at Aurora if you want.
Okay. I think first I'm gonna cast. Hold on. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Kyra, you're still up on the same level as me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Life Transference. To give you some more HP.
Oh.
But we're only doing 4th level because I'm scared.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay. $17. Okay. So that is 38 HP back to you and 19 damage for me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna action surge, and at the top of my action surge, I'm gonna vortex warp, so I'm down on the same level
Great.
as all of them.
Yeah. Put yourself where you want to be.
Well, if it's 30 feet, like where could I go? Like this level?
You have to be pretty close to like around here.
Okay.
You're still 1 level up. Move yourself 1 more spot.
Okay. I'll go there. And then with my movement, I'm just gonna go a little bit over here.
Okay.
Here. And I'm gonna do shots at Aurora. And I'm gonna do the 10 or the 5.
You're gonna do sharpshooter.
Yeah, I am.
So
For all of them.
-5 to your attack roll if you hit, plus 10 to damage.
Yeah.
Make your first attack.
Okay. Wait, do I still add my
You
to
still
hit?
add your
I
bonus.
just subtract the 5. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So that is a 19.
19 hits.
Okay. So that is. Do I still add my modifier too? It's 10 on top of that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah. Sharpshooter's really good.
So that's 25.
25, okay.
The next one is 17.
17 just hits.
Okay. $28.
Penny.
And
Hold on. Penny.
what?
You transfer some of your life essence to heal your friend. You prepare yourself, teleport to the ground, take aim. Aurora's distracted. You see her arm is turned into this gross-ass undead tentacle that's like wrapped around Bowman's throat. She's distracted. You take careful aim. Fire! First shot slams into Aurora's shoulder. She staggers a little bit, turns to look at you, and before she can do anything, you lay the second bullet right between her eyes, and you kill her.
That's for the house, bitch. And that's a recall to season 1.
Yeah, also, I think you might have gotten the kill shot on her the first time around. So you've now killed her twice.
He hates to see Penny Presswell coming.
She's gonna be real mad when we
And
see
she
her
was
first time.
so distracted with Octavia, who pissed her off so much that she didn't target down the bitch that killed her the first time.
That's my best friend, bitch.
Amazing.
Then for my final one, or I have one more shot, so I'll
Yes.
just go for this watcher.
Yeah.
And that was a 19 plus 9.
That hits.
And that's gonna be 33.
Nice. Bowmin, you are no longer grappled, obviously, because Aurora is dead.
Tentacles like still like all over. They have like a brain of their own.
Yeah, it goes like loose, and you're like, I gotta get this off before the rigor mortis sets in. Great. Jinarra, that's your turn.
Incredible. I was going to target Aurora, so instead I'll attack the person who's in front of me. That makes
Go
sense.
for it.
Dude, just push him off the cliff.
You're fine.
He's flying.
Oh,
Can I punch them from where they are?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, she's in melee with you. She's just...
Okay, I figured. All right. Well, we're gonna start by trying to put. Wow, that was terrible. Oh, and I get disadvantage, so it could be even worse, right? That is not going to hit. That was my first attack. I'm gonna try another attack because I'm assuming an 8 doesn't. Oh wait,
An 8 doesn't hit. And that's
it would be a
Weird.
14. A 14 doesn't hit though.
14
Right?
doesn't hit.
All right.
I don't know if this Bardic Inspiration is recent enough, but your token has a Bardic Inspiration on it. That might be old, though.
I think that's from the last battle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Last
I'll
battle.
take it off.
11 plus 11, 22. I hope that hits.
22 hits.
2 hit? Okay. All right. That's something. That is going to be 13 damage, and I'm going to try to stun. I may as well. It's
Yeah.
They have to beat a 18 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, beat it.
They
It
beat
was like a 22.
That's okay. I'm gonna try to punch him again.
Go for it.
Oh, that's not gonna hit. I still have disadvantage, right?
Just on the one attack.
Oh, just on the one attack.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just one
well,
attack. Sorry.
That's still not going to hit. I'm going to. I'll do flurry of blows to get one more punch on her. See if I can stun her one more time. Does a 21 hit?
21 hits.
All right. I'm gonna try to stun again.
Yep. Natural 1.
Natural 1
Aw.
is stunned. Get her. You get advantage on her.
And how much damage?
Oh my god, I didn't even roll for damage. I went right to stun.
Hey, you were excited.
5. Oh, 6.
6. Great. All right. Nyx, that does bring us to your turn. The enemy in front of you is stunned.
Yeah. I'm gonna attack her.
Go for it.
Thank you.
You make an attack roll with advantage.
With my short sword is gonna be 27 to hit.
That hits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna re-roll one of these with my piercer fit. Thing. Nope, just kidding. It's the same thing. Okay, so that's 17 plus 8. $31 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
And then Mm. Um. Okay, and then my bonus action, I'm gonna attack her with my.
Go for it.
Do I still have advantage?
You still have advantage. She's stunned. She's stunned until Jinarra's turn. So
Oh, I did not roll very well. 14.
with
Nope,
advantage.
just kidding. 16.
Okay. Still not good enough, even with advantage.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 and a 2.
Well. All right. That brings us to the top of the initiative, which is Zariel / Artemis conversation turn. Zariel will say,
Sardinus.
"You speak of a great worm and the impacts this dragon could have. I ask you, what do you know about the history of dragons and Avernus?"
Admittedly, not a whole lot. I just throughout this entire conversation, just like watching my friends get the shit beat out of them. And
Uh-huh.
Can we hear this conversation?
Oh
At
yeah,
all?
Zariel's loud.
Artemis is very loud, obviously. Not too much, but admittedly, we've been dealing with these Red Wizards for some time now. They just keep being a thorn in our side. I've traveled with wizards for a while. I've traveled with that one for quite some time. I've gotten to know wizards pretty well. They tend to like order, logic, math, very rigid, structured things. I'm sure you can understand that. But these red wizards just keep summoning demons into their service. We've had to fight them off several times. A little too chaotic for my taste. And so we've been going against them for a while now. So, thus, again, apologies for coming in unannounced to your house, but it needed a bit of quick action to snub chaos in the bud. But dragons and Avernus in particular, I don't know for certain.
Can I help him through the group chat at all? Like,
Sure. Roll
if I have any history
Yeah,
understanding, because I'm sure I've been looking into the red dragons.
yeah. Roll a history check. Or Arcana for sure.
Okay, a 21 history.
You know, Octavia, that the Queen of Evil Dragons, Tiamat, is imprisoned in Avernus.
I'm going to send that information directly to Artemis.
Oh, but now that I think of it, I do recall that you guys are doing a very wonderful job imprisoning Tiamat, down lower.
Surprising how you didn't know a second ago and now seem to know about my chief prisoner, but yes.
My mind works in very mysterious ways, always ping-ponging around. I was just thinking, never mind.
Well, allow me to enlighten you on a couple of things. We have had dealings with the Red Wizards in the past, here in the Nine Hells. I am aware that they sometimes bend demons to their will. A little distasteful, but it doesn't stop me from winning the war. That said, a great worm on the loose is troubling.
Indeed.
Tiamat belongs to my employer, Asmodeus. And when a great worm is on the loose, it touches upon her power, approaches her might. I don't think my employer would be all too happy about that, although It's hard to say sometimes. Lord Asmodeus seems to work in mysterious ways. Why, then, is your group involved in all this?
You know, some of us are from the city in question, Waterdeep. I'm sure you can appreciate a desire to protect one's home that's under attack by people that vehemently disagree how things should be done, what's right, what's wrong, what's important, what's not. We're just trying to defend our home, not expand, not bring anyone else under subjugation. We're just trying to rebalance things. And then the chips will continue falling as they will, but for now, this great worm, well, we stopped it once before it was the worm. Great worm. And we need to finish what we started. So we're going to go and try and kill it in the next couple of days. By the way, for that, I will need all of those people alive to increase our odds. So if there's any way that you'd be willing to, put a pause on anything else that's going on, we'll leave. Won't touch anything else. And we can talk sometime in the future if you really miss us. People often do, but
make a final persuasion check for me. And you know what? I'm not going to tell you which things you said in there are giving you the advantage, but you did say a couple things in there that are going to get you some advantage.
great. You say enough shit, eventually something turns out for you. Artemis Brightshield. 29.
29. Your methods are unorthodox. Your wizard destroyed the contract, so we are not bound to help the Red Wizards anymore, anyway. It is a shame. I had hoped to get a few more souls to defend Avernus from the demons, but so be it. I understand the desire to defeat an unruly, destructive horde. She sort of nods at the other devils, and they shift their stances out of a combat stance. They don't seem to be combative anymore. And then she's going to use a legendary action to use Immolating Gaze on one of the Watcher agents, and set him on fire, and he dies.
Damn.
The other one,
Watching now.
still there, and she says, "You don't mind if I keep that one, do you?"
By all means, a trophy.
And the undead wizard you fought, I can keep her.
Particularly good cannon fodder, I feel.
Perfect. Perhaps I got something out of this after.
I will give them a little bow. Say, thank you for your understanding and your patience with us. And apologies again for the intrusion.
Don't make a habit of it.
Agreed.
I may not be so forgiving next time.
Oh, then. I mean, no disrespect, but hopefully our paths shall never cross again. Unless you need my help, that is.
Combat's over. Good job. You all can reunite, and Nyx, you can try to plane shift you guys home. Now, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
All the teleportation circles in Waterdeep were shut off.
Closed, yeah. But I don't have to go to a teleportation circle. I can just...
Yes, I know, but you said there's a thing that potentially you're going to end up near where you're trying to get to?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
okay?
So I'm gonna aim for outside Amos's wizard tower. Or should we go back to Freedom or go back to Amos?
I don't think it matters. As long
Yeah,
as we don't land on top of someone.
I would rather aim for Amos because if
we can always
we
send.
probably won't go directly to where I'm thinking of, and there is a potential of us landing in the water if we go to Freedom. So
We can always send Freedom a message just saying we're back and everything's taken care of.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna aim for outside of Amos's tower because I would imagine I can't plane shift into his tower. And if I can, then that would be bad. I should tell him to make sure you can't do
Yeah,
that.
if we can get in, that's crazy.
Yeah. So what do I have to do? Anything?
You cast it.
Yeah, I
Using
cast
the
it.
worry.
I do it.
You all disappear from the Nine Hells. You're shunted around a bit. And finally, you stumble forward. The salty sea air from the ocean nearby catches your nose. You know you're back in Waterdeep. And you look around, and you are 10 blocks from Amos's tower.
It's not bad.
Nice.
Not bad.
We're in the city, so.
I need a second to get the sulfur out of my lungs anyway, so this would be a good walk.
Yes.
I'll send Freedom a message. Do we have a sending stone with her?
I don't think so.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
I think I just have like message.
You
Yeah,
did at one point have a sending stone with her, but I don't know if you still do.
Or
Well, then-
I think
yeah,
I have
you
just
can- I
sending.
can cast sending and just say, Freedom, we destroyed the contract and killed Aurora again, in parentheses. Everything all set. We are back safe and sound. Love, Penny.
You get a
Took us
message.
what? 30 seconds?
Yeah,
I don't
you
think it was
weren't there
fast for
long.
us.
You were not there long. Well done, everybody.
I mean,
Job
once
done.
you kill somebody, it's easy to kill them again. They're not.
We did have to talk to that one dude, that one devil, when we first got there. So that took a couple minutes.
You all make your way through the streets of the city.
Do we level up?
Hold on a second.
With every step, just another muscle gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
We're gonna have another attack because I only used action surge once.
Oh yeah. How is Octavia looking now? I know that.
I got 90 out of 120, so I'm good.
Okay.
How are you looking?
Oh, I'm fine.
All right.
I'm at 167 out of 245.
Yeah. Yeah, Zariel, by the way, has 580 hit points. You really didn't want to fight her.
We could have done it.
You could have.
It would have
You-
taken a while.
You
That's 5
absolutely
turns for Bowmin.
You absolutely could have. Her getting a critical hit on the first attack was killer.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm glad that it happened at the top and not
Oh,
once
yeah.
we had already aggravated her even more.
That's true.
Yeah, you make your way through the streets of Waterdeep. Takes you a while, right? You're 10 blocks from the Sapphire Tower. But you eventually make it back to the Sapphire Tower. And go in to see Amos.
Did I see any invisible people while we were walking? Because that's still up. Are there
Yes.
spies?
You see an invisible red wizard nearby.
Shit. We still have our group chat going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
Yeah, it lasts an hour.
there's an invisible red wizard over there.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm gonna get out my gun and just start pointing.
Okay, Are they like down an alleyway or just like on the street?
They're on a nearby rooftop following you guys.
They are following us, and they're don't all look at once, but they're right now on top of the roof to like 4 o'clock.
Should I take a shot?
My flask is empty.
What does that mean? Is
I
that a
said take a
code for
shot.
something?
So take a shot.
Gun.
I'm sure I got something in the
Okay, I'm gonna take my gun, Nyx. You
Right.
point it where you see it, and then I'll take a shot.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna see us if we do that.
I'm pretty fast.
Is it just one?
From what I can see, yes.
Oh, as we're walking,
I'll give Penny true seeing. I'll get touch her arm, and now she can see.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah,
Can I take a shot?
Go for it.
Whoa.
I will give you a wink. Bonus bardic inspiration.
Okay. I am just gonna do a regular shot. I'm not gonna do the minus.
Well, you could add a d12 to it if you wanted, because of the bardic inspiration.
Okay. D12.
So you did the -5 plus the D12 plus.
Okay.
If you wanted.
Okay. I didn't know if I could say it because I already rolled.
That's fine.
Okay. 14. $32.
Oh my goodness.
32 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
Misses. Damn.
23.
23. Bam! You hit the Red Wizard, who like staggers backward, sees that you see him, and like ducks away behind the roof line. Also, busy street. You just fired a gun. Everybody starts screaming bloody murder.
Guys, it's fine. I'm an excellent shot. Everyone is safe. Can we do some calm emotions? Do we have any magic casters around that can do some?
Rounding the corner as people run away, you see several policemen run up.
Oh,
I'm on order from
step to
Force
the
Gray.
front. I will step to the
Force-
front.
Force
Hi, hello. I do apologize for the commotion. I think you know me, Octavia. Anyway,
Steve.
we were being followed by a Red Wizard. I don't know how much you've heard from the Force about those guys. Can you get your team to sweep the roofs, please?
Make a persuasion check.
Can we
Then
show our
did
little
they-
Force Gray?
The
Do we still have our
most-
Force Gray badges?
I'm not the greatest with people. 15.
If everybody's holding up their Force Gray badges while you're doing that, I can give you advantage on that.
Yeah.
Did the wizard become visible?
Okay, 22.
You would have. Because he got shot.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Mm.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
But the police officer just seems like confused and a little out of his depth, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, we'll look around for a wizard, I guess."
Do you want us to talk to your captain?
No, she's busy. It's been a long few days. I'll round up what I can round up. And he bustles.
Sorry.
Should I go look for him?
It may be worth it to find if there's anybody else, but we should also probably keep moving towards Amos.
Yeah.
I mean,
So the two of you can now see, so just keep an eye out, I guess.
Man, if I could see invisibility all the time, I would be unstoppable.
what
Kind
is
of an expensive spell slot. or I would give it to you all the time.
Thanks.
You all finish your trek to the Sapphire Tower. You know, repairs still underway because that was 2 days ago. And it's been a busy couple of days. You all are let in. Amos, greets you all. Hello. How's it going?
We killed Aurora again.
Oh, that was quick.
Well, Penny killed Aurora again.
We all helped.
I literally didn't touch her, so.
Bowmin did a huge.
Bowmin and Penny killed Aurora.
Bowmin did a huge.
I just cherry picked the last kill.
She was making a deal for all the souls in Waterdeep.
Don't love that.
Mm-mm.
But Octavia got rid of the contract, so we're good.
Yeah.
And already talked to the big boss, and she was chill.
So we don't have to worry about the devils joining them. I don't know about the demons.
Well,
But they're less predictable.
Waterdeep thanks you again for everything you do for us.
Also, Amos, there was an invisible red wizard following us on our way here.
Yes, I've gotten a few reports of other red wizards about in the city. I think they probably have a fair number of undercover agents in Waterdeep itself, trying to keep an eye on everything that's going on in advance of the invasion. I mean, obviously they have agents.
Wizards
right?
are there.
Tried to assassinate the president yesterday.
Yeah.
Insight check when he said Waterdeep thanks you again.
Sure, Penny.
10.
He's tired, but he's genuine.
Great. Perfect.
As far as you can tell. Well, the location where you will be meeting your Kindler in open battle has been chosen and everything set up here. And he pulls out a map and shows you, like, on the map where it is. This fort used to be along a toll road. So it was a combination military fortification and toll collection fort. We will have the army arrayed around the fort. And of course, you all will be up on the roof of the fort, as discussed, to draw off your kindler's direct attention. Hope you are ready for that.
As ready as I think we'll ever be.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of this overgrown lizard, so I'm hoping this is the last time.
Yeah, it's been a lot in a very short amount of time. And I don't mean just the last few days. I mean, since your group became active, it's been a lot for me in a very short amount of time. I can't imagine how much it's been for all of you in that time. But with any luck, in 3 days' time, your Kindler will be dead. And the Red Wizard's on the run. And Waterdeep safe. Once again.
For now.
For If I hadn't just started this job, I would maybe be considering retiring right now, but Does seem a little early to consider retirement.
Oh, trust me, I plan to retire shortly after this is all done.
Shut up.
Yeah, too soon. Don't do that.
Nyx says, "Shut up, keep working."
I was right there when you died, so it seems in poor taste.
Gotta have some humor at your own death. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at?
Rose Wilmington.
Oh,
Gift of gab. Gift of gab.
I swear Gift of Gab has been your most used spell.
And it has, and it will continue to be.
In game and out of game.
Oh my god.
Oh, are there any other last steps we need, or?
I don't think so. I think, you should spend tomorrow checking in with anyone you need to check in with. And the day after, we'll travel to the fort, get you set up, and wait for Fearkindler and his army. So, we've got like 36 hours till we depart.
Right.
I would make the most of it. Just in case.
Yeah.
Well, on that somber note, I have a few things I need to square away before we depart for the final battle as well. So, that's all. I will see you not tomorrow morning, but the morning the day after. If you come back here, we'll make our way.
One last ride.
One last ride. Well, enjoy your day off. And you all depart Amos's Wizard Tower. And with that, we will go ahead and end tonight's episode. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.